What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. It's episode 173. Welcome back to the show. Hey guys, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hit that hump the subscribe button for me. I'm here 7 days a week. This is my audio diary. This is my daily mental health practice. I can't recommend solo podcasting enough. It's like therapy with yourself. It's great. So hit that subscribe button. I'm here 7 days a week, and head over to patreon.com/TJMS to support the show. All right, guys. Wait, why did I just say support the show? I should elaborate. You get access to my exclusive content, my bonus content. You get a shout out every Friday. You get phone calls with me. You get exclusive videos and pictures of me. And that's it. So patreon.com/TJMS. Go check it out. Okay. I'm feeling really good for this episode because I just did cardio for the first time since I was on my mom's elliptical in the garage the day before I left, from Washington to San Diego. Like, holy shit, I just do yoga all the time and I forget what it's like to exert my body, and I feel so clear-minded. I feel so alert. I'm entering this episode with no notes, with nothing on the top of my brain to talk about. I can't sit here and say, hey guys, today we're going to talk about da-da-da. I have no clue. All I know is I just feel good. And oh my, guys, do cardio. I'm telling myself that. Jacqueline, you need to do more cardio. Basically, I just took Jimmy out on a long walk and we ran. He gets this spurt of energy at night, right? So I take him out. But there's a hill. Every time we go on this hill, he loves running up it. And it's like, it's tough. It's not an easy hill to run up. And I think we did that 5 or 6 times and I just feel great. So anyways, real quick, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope your week's going well so far. I guess today I'll just kind of go through a few just like life updates and some stuff I got up to on Clubhouse today. And anyways, I had to just like move him. Dude, just don't chew. See, you know what? I understand this tastes nice. This plastic lever tastes nice, but this is an Amazon chair. It was $200. It was $100. It was $120. I don't want bite marks in it. Hey, dude, it's the lever on like office chairs that lifts it up and down. He thinks that's a chew toy. There you go. So he's not exhausted. I tried to exhaust him tonight on the run and he's just wound the fuck up. Anyways, okay, so yeah, life updates. Let's get into it. I have a topic about the information age, I'll do a segment about the information age and some thoughts on it after I do like today's update. But here we go. Wednesday work day. I drank a lot of coffee. I sat on Clubhouse all day. I was on stage at one point. What else? This is my life now. You know, I feel like there's so many people. It's just like I get in a room and then I get out. So I'll go in a room and listen and I'll get out of it. And it's like 8 hours later, the same people are up there. I'm like, are these robots? Like, how do these people have this much time to kill just chit chatting? You know, it's crazy how much time people spend on Clubhouse. And I have some thoughts about it too. Just like how, like when I zoom out of everything, I'm like, this is all bullshit. That's just my brain. I look at everything us humans do and like work and building businesses and all this shit. And it's just like, it doesn't even matter. It's all bullshit. At the end of the day, we're all going to die. And I feel like we're just playing with a Rubik's Cube with social media and networking and connecting with people and talking and chit chatting. And we get like this dopamine hit when we say these, awesome things about gratitude and telling your story and being authentic, and no one wants to be sold, so you can't sell to people anymore, and da, da, da. Like all these like phrases that they use on Clubhouse. It sounds so sexy and it's like motivating, and we're just all like, oh my God, we're going places with our business. We're going to do this thing. Oh my gosh, like this is such an amazing group of people. Thank you for being like, everything is just like kissing ass left and right. And of course, it's all positive. It's all good. I think when you do have one life, you should build a business and do something with it. I think it's great. But I just get in my head sometimes. I'm like, it's just boring as fuck. Sorry. I just get bored really quickly. And like today, here, I'll just tell you what happened on when I was on stage today. I'm sitting around and I'm actively listening to my fellow stage members, my fellow performers. Just like how it's called a stage. I feel like Clubhouse, it's like the last time I was on stage, I was in 8th grade and I was doing backflips and shit. I was called a candy cane dancer, and it was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the play at my local theater. And I don't know, well, you know what, was I on stage another time? Actually, yeah, I had to give a speech once to a bunch of international, what are they called? International teachers, professors, and students. Yeah, anyways, that was in like 2016. So yeah, I haven't been on stage in a while. I was just trying to tell that story. Like, hey, I've done public speaking before. I can talk in front of a group in a professional setting. That was for my job, actually. It was really fun. You guys know I was an international program coordinator out of college. That was my first big girl job, big professional job. So anyways, I'm in the room. I'm on stage, and I'm listening to a lot of overthinking about podcasting, over complicating about podcasting, like perfectionism. One woman was like, yeah, I'm just afraid if I hire an editor, then I won't have the creative control, because I usually, when I edit, it takes me hours, and I have so many interviews ready to go, but I have to edit them all, and it takes me hours to do it. And then if I don't like something I said, I will re-record that section, then I insert it, and blah, blah, blah. And she was going into like her process, and I'm sitting there as a fellow podcast host who does it every day and just fucking presses record, doesn't edit anything, and then uploads it. I'm going, why are you editing this? What are you talking about? You re-record stuff you say that you don't like. I'm like so confused. So there's that. And I get it. Some people are more choosy with their words and they want to sound more eloquent, and they don't, whatever. They're not maybe in I guess I put myself in the comedy category on the iTunes or the Apple Podcast app. I chose that because I feel like I get a pass. I'm like, I don't have to this is not a business podcast. I don't have to sound professional. I just press record and I hope for the best. So yeah, there's a lot of that. And then of course, there's other stuff like, what was like another question, like getting on the radio to get your podcast noticed or something. I don't know, random stuff. But, let me just say what I told the audience. They called on me for advice. They're like, and I'm sitting there going, the first thing out of my mouth is I'm like, look, I'm a newbie. Okay. I know I've done a podcast every day for about 200 days now. I said about 200 days. I think that sounded kind of nice. Or I said like 170, whatever. And I said, I still consider myself a newbie. But I guess my advice to everyone was, don't overthink it. Just start. And then I told everyone that I don't niche down. I don't play by the rules. I don't listen to anyone's advice about podcasting. I do my own thing. And I treat it like a phone call. Pick up the phone, talk to myself for an hour, hang up. I don't I just do it. And then I post it. And so I think that helped. Like, I got a DM from someone that was like, because I also said I noticed how on YouTube people love watching, or YouTube audiences love basic human daily life shit. They like watching someone make their coffee and get their day going and work from home and like whatever. Like they love seeing the behind the scenes of someone's life. So I said to the audience, on Clubhouse today, I was like, I basically do an audio vlog. Like I kind of copied that, or I took inspiration from YouTube and turned it into a podcast. So I got feedback on some DMs about that. People are like, that's such a great idea, but I don't know. I don't really think is it being done? Yeah, I guess there's more. Podcasting is a lot of interviewing, a lot of guests on people's shows, a lot of fun conversations between multiple people, but the whole like sit on your own show every day, a daily podcast, like a daily vlogger, I don't see much of it. And I'm not saying I'm unique or special. I'm just, because I'm not, but I think it's a cool little experiment I'm doing, because I find that there's a lot of, my engagement's crazy. Like I have some diehard listeners who like, I will get a message, hey, where's the episode? It's like 11 p.m. and I haven't uploaded it yet. They're like, where is it? You know, and they'll fucking listen to it at midnight. So it's fabulous. I love this daily thing, but anyways, it's a learning experience. When you're on Clubhouse, you're listening to other people discuss their process and you know, what they do, and I honestly don't learn shit. Sorry. I don't learn shit. I'm going, wait a minute. I'm like, everything you're teaching me here is something that doesn't even apply to me because of how I go about my podcast. I'm like, this is not it's like, I just do it different. I just, I'm a one-take Johnny. That's what my mom always said. She's like, yeah, I was a good reporter because I was a one-take Johnny. My mom was on the news back in the day. She's like, yeah, I was a one-take Johnny. They, you know, all right, ready, action. Reporting live from the side of a freeway. There's a car crash. The Jody Dean. And she like, tell the fucking camera what's up, and then one take, she's done. So she was good at that, and so I took you know, I'm inspired. My mom got me she got me started in life, and I got a lot of gratitude for her. Not to bring up gratitude in fluffy words, but I am very grateful for my mom and her support, and just like just watching her be confident as a woman with her voice. My whole life has been, I think that's made this this process what the fuck am I saying? Sorry, I'm like, it's made my process easier. But no, it's easy. You know, when you grow up with a boss bitch mom who always had a man's job, she was always like the top dog in her fucking field, bossing people around, wearing the suits, in those big meetings, doing shit. When I had that as as my role model, as like what a woman is as a child, like, I think it helped. I was all, you know, and the truth of the matter is I was insecure as fuck my whole life, and I've hated myself forever. And so there was always that. But I think she inspires me because she's so confident in her voice, and like, she's so smart and so like, just like good at commanding a room, and she's amazing. So anyways, I don't know what, I got on a weird tangent. So that was Clubhouse today. There's some fun rooms, you know, it's not all business chatter, but yeah, it's kind of fucked up to admit. It's like, I'm at the point now, guys, like, here's the thing. And this is probably going to get me fired, but you know what? I don't know how to be anything else but honest. I don't know how to be anything else but, do you hear the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer bells? Jimmy. He likes to play. See, this is, sorry. I'll get back to my thought I was going to say about, or where I said I was going to get, I'm probably going to get fired for saying this, but so Jimmy plays with the poop bells, I call them, when he has to poop for fun. But if I scold him for doing that, it's like, oh, he'll have a negative association. Like, the bells will be a negative thing, but I need them to be a positive thing because he needs to alert me when they need to go off when he needs to go outside. So I don't know what to do, and I feel like I just need to remove them from him right now, because it's going to be background noise you guys are going to hear for like 15 minutes. We just went outside, dude. You're done with the bells. Okay. But yeah, okay, this is fucked up to admit. Or whatever. It's just my truth. And, you know, it's my opinion. I'm not, whatever. Okay. as I've told you guys in the past, I do things now in life that I want to do, that excite me, that are fun, that are not super serious and intense, and like I just want to enjoy my life, right? So I find that like the online corporate environment of Clubhouse bores the shit out of me, to be honest. Like, I don't care about anything these people are talking about. It's just like redundant information about, like I said, like, you know, I'm sorry. It's just like, guys, you have to understand. I've had a decade of podcasts in my ear constantly nonstop, like fucking, Tim Ferriss, Lewis Howes, Gary Vee, Ed Milet, what's his face? Andy Frisella, Tom Bilyeu, who's like another business dude. All of these thought leaders and business guys like that tell you, like, that are basically so all these ideas and thoughts that people are exchanging on Clubhouse. I'm like, and they're talking about how to build. It's all about, the current times, because things have changed. It's 2021. Like, it's good to have these conversations and help each other out now, because you can't do marketing like you did in 2012. So I get it. And I'm just sitting back in the room going, boring. I don't want to be here. I'm bored. Everyone's kissing each other's ass. I'm bored. This is all like fakey. It's not like it's fake. It's just like it doesn't make my soul sing. And I do think it's important to have these rooms. And I just like I said, I want to do things I want to do. I just want to have fun. I don't want to take life that seriously. And I feel like corporate, like the Clubhouse is it's just kind of dry, and I kind of have to be there for my job, which is great, but I just don't find it very interesting. There are like here's the thing. There was a room called, what was it called? It was like the Laugh Factory, I think, started it. Someone that works at the Laugh Factory. It was like a comedy room, people talking shit, and it was just fun. No one there was building a business. They're all entertainers. And I'm sitting there like, this was last week. And I'm like, these are my people. Okay. This is where I want to be. This is interesting to me. This makes my soul sing. So I have this inner, what's it called? Internal conflict, where I'm like, I have this professional side of me and this like entertainer, podcast host, fucking off the cuff, just talk shit person. And here's the thing. I'm just repeating what Joe Rogan says about talking shit. Like, where did I get that phrase? Where did I get those two words? Talking shit. Rogan says that all the time, and he's another person who's been in my ear for a fucking decade. So I feel like I've been conditioned, or I've been influenced as fuck from the comedy world. I've never talked to you guys about this, so let me just be super vulnerable right now and tell my story. But all of my favorite podcasters are comedians. All my favorite podcasters are comedians, and all of my favorite podcasters are comedians. Like, I just fucking love that crew. And I've been around it before, and I'm like, whoa, like I love this. And I've never really addressed that with myself before, or like told you guys, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be a stand-up comedian. I don't want to be a comedian. I literally, like, I don't have that in my body anywhere that wants to, that's like itching to do it. But I would rather be under that umbrella of a career than clicking buttons and Rubik's cubes and fucking doing just boring ass shit. I'm fired. But here's the thing. There is something rewarding about what I do, and that was a little extreme for me to say that. I will take that back a little bit. It's not that it's boring, because here's the thing. I'm willing to crawl before I ball. So I'm willing to grind. I do like the challenge of what I do. I do like it's like a personal competition I have with myself every day with my job. But guys, is this does anyone, okay, sorry, but does anybody, these are my, like, these are my real thoughts. These are my raw thoughts. I think it's a risk to fucking say anything like this, but again, it's just the nature of the show and what I do. This is my diary. This is what I'd write in my diary. So I'm telling you like it is, okay? I'm whatever. I feel like the thing about my job though is that, like, the helping people aspect, the rewarding part of it, the fulfillment of like advancing someone else in their career and helping them out feels amazing. And I love that. I'm like, who can I help? So instead of like just doing the podcast and it's all self-serving and self-indulgent, it's all about me and my life, like, this feels great as a hobby and as a creative outlet. And I think I'm working this out right now. Let me work this out. I feel like I do need, for me to feel like I'm contributing to society, but see, also that's all about the construct. Everything's made up. Doesn't matter, you know. Oh no, dude, not the MacBook charger. Hey, not the MacBook charger. No, I got one. I don't have a backup. For me to feel like I'm actually contributing to society and I'm like getting use out of my college degree, I gotta have a professional position under my belt. I gotta be doing that shit, and I feel like it's good for my. I'm building a network. I'm growing skill. I'm professionally developing. This is good for my professional development and IQ. I don't know. Fuck it. So yeah, that's kind of the latest of where I'm at in life. I'm 26. I feel like I should be doing this. I'm not one of those millennials who's like, I don't want to work. I just want to do my YouTube channel. I just want to do my podcast. And it just sounded like I said that. But at the end of the day, what I just worked out is that I think it's good to have a balance and pull weight into kind of two different avenues of jobs and hobbies and everything. And yeah, it's cool. I'm really grateful, honestly, not to bring up gratitude and fluffy foot. I just am so burnt out of the fucking word gratitude. Gratitude! You guys want to know something? Like, this is probably why I'm like this. So, again, with all the podcasters I listed up earlier, I've had this, like, when people repeat information, and I'm going to talk about the information age in about 5 minutes. When people repeat information that I've already heard in a podcast from like 2012, and they're like still talking about gratitude journaling and writing in a journal and meditation, I'm like, Tim Ferriss has fucking talked about this for forever. And it just gets boring to me. And I'm like, I've heard it. This is like obvious. This is redundant. And I think like when I hear people and they might be starting it for the first time, they might be coming across this information for the first time. They're lit up. They're so excited to talk about it. And let's do our breath work and let's do our cold plunge. And I'm like, Ben Greenfield fucking taught me that 10 years ago. Maybe I'm the type of person though that was ahead of their times. I think I'm ahead of my times with all this human optimization, self-improvement bullshit. It's not bullshit. It's great. Excuse me. All this like education about how to be a great vital person. I didn't even mention like Aubrey Marcus on it and that whole his podcast, him. I'm just listening to all the like fucking dude, you know, all the you know, you guys know who they are. You know, I was a big fan of Owen Benjamin. I don't think I've confessed that. Yeah. You hate me now. You can if you know who that guy is and you don't like, you either love his shit or you fucking hate his guts. He got banned from Twitter, shut down. He kind of got extreme towards the end with what he was talking about, but yeah, I used to listen to that guy. So anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, but I kind of just get, this might be kind of, I'm trying to put myself in your shoes and maybe think about your interpretation of what I'm saying or your perspective of how I'm just kind of brushing off these people and their interests about business and gratitude and all this shit. It might come across like I'm arrogant and I'm better than, and I'm, you know, just like ahead of my time. Like I said, it's just, but I just don't make shit a big deal like people make it a big deal. And they get like, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't don't give a fuck. Like people are, I get bored. Guys, I'm fucked up. Let me just admit that right now. I'm a fucked up person. Like I genuinely, am I a narcissist? Is this all narcissism? I'm in a clubhouse room. I'm like, I'm bored. I don't care about these conversations. This is all not fun for me. But then again, I mentioned like there's other groups and other like types of people to talk to. Like I mentioned the Laugh Factory. I forget what the room was called. Improv night, something like that. Yeah, but then it's like in that room I'm living. I'm having the best time. So I think that's all it is. I'm just not finding my people. And okay. So anyways, and by the way, so much respect for all these people I just kind of said were boring because they have fucking done it. They have made their billions, built their businesses, and I haven't. I'm one to talk, right? I'm like sitting here talking shit. I'm like, dude, well, you know what? They're rolling in dough and they're fucking happy and they're doing fine. And they're, I just feel like, you guys, this is another thing. I question a lot how programmed we all are. You know what I mean? How we're like the whole system and how we were put through a fucking factory farm as kids in school, and we, are sold the college thing, and then we do that, and then we work a job that, that whole cliche thing about the school system and just the structure of, I guess, education or just society and how people are, we go to the grocery store, we go to the post office, and we have a 401k, and it's all like this thing to, I don't know. Like, because here, all this 2020 exposed a lot. I got sucked into a lot of rabbit holes about the higher powers pulling strings, the fucking, what are they called? The elites. What are they called? What do they call them? And you think about shit like that, and I'm like, what the fuck am I worrying about anything for? It's all bullshit. Then I look at the media and I'm like, even more bullshit. Everything's kind of just turning into bullshit in my brain and in my eyes and what I observe. And I'm like, I don't care. I just want to have fun. I just want to enjoy life. I just want to laugh and be entertained and just like play with my puppy and like cook awesome food and go on cool trips and jump in the ocean, and everything else is just noise and it's just boring. I'm really just saying everything tonight. So, let me get into something I came across on the internet about how this is the next topic about the information age. It was very interesting to me because I'd say, 2021? Maybe like 15 years? Yeah, I'd say like 15, 20 years we've been in the information age where, well, maybe, what do they consider the information age? Let me just Google it. I'm curious. Timeline. 1981. It is considered as the first true mobile computer. The Osborne 1. First mobile computer. Okay, since the 80s, whatever. Since we've been able to Google shit and figure everything out instantaneously. I just consider that the information age. But, so, basically this person on the internet, I think it was on a TikTok, they were explaining how like the new age. So we've just been in the information age. Like the new age is going to be the curation era, the era of like curating the content, curating the information. And so I don't really remember the gist of what he said, but I thought about it. And in my brain, I interpret that as like, as I've told you guys about listening to podcasts and getting all this information for the last decade, like since I got out of, I just back it up till since I was 18. Because I got Instagram at 18. I had apps. Okay. I had an iPhone. I had apps. I had social media. I had Facebook. Everything was, it was online and my life. I became an avatar of myself and I started connecting with people through the internet, and I got Tinder then. And so I put myself back. So was that 2012? 2012-ish. So anyways, for the last like decade, I've consumed all this content, all this information. I've seen it all, read it all, heard it all, looked at all the same, like it's just becoming redundant, and it's becoming, I keep saying that. This is kind of I'm being redundant in this episode. Okay. You know what? I like how I started out this episode. Like, I have all this energy. I did cardio. I feel great. I feel light and fresh and ready to do a podcast off the cuff. I have no notes, and I just feel like it's turning into a rant, and I'm repeating myself. So, okay. So now that I've consumed all that info, the next decade for me, because we're not going away from digital. We're not going away from having an online avatar persona, online, my content, my podcast, everything's online. Podcast. So I think now it's all about being selective about what you're consuming and curating your online experience. So I guess because I've been in this washing machine of information for so long, and I feel like my attention span is completely gone. I'm maxed out of listening to all this it's just the boring ass bullshit about the same stuff, about everything's the same. Every influencer is telling me about the same 5 products. Every eyeshadow color has been made. Every skincare product has been made. I've been told about every kind of fit of jeans and every kind of top, and like where to buy the best clothes, and how to build a business, and how to meditate, and how to exercise, and how to eat this diet or that diet or da-da. So I've taken it all in, and I've turned into this like overstimulated piece of shit of a human being who can't take anything seriously anymore. But I feel like I have a quality personality compared to some boring ass motherfuckers on club. Sorry. Compared to dry people around me a lot of the times that I encounter. Sorry. You know what? It's their journey. It works for them. I just personally, I rock to a different beat, and that's fine. But so that happened. I'm addicted to my phone. There's that too. So now it's like, okay, for me to have a quality life experience in the next decade, I gotta, and this thought I'm about to, that I'm working out is inspired by that video I saw about the curation era. The next phase of like internet life is about curating. So in order for me to feel like, to get back to some sort of sanity and normalcy with, I don't know, life and everything, I gotta be really selective about what I'm consuming, when I'm consuming it. I want to really think about it, write it out. Who am I following? What do I want to learn? What do I need to work on? Like, who can help me? What people can I help? Like, who should I be connecting with? And really think about it instead of blindly following people and then I'm just tapping. Like, do you guys ever, I'll just like follow 10 new people and their stories will show up on my thing, and I usually mute people immediately. Like, I used to be good at that, where I'd keep a certain amount of stories at one time, but I just find myself now, I'm just like randomly tapping. I'm just tapping through shit. I'm not even really there. Like mentally, I'm not even like paying attention. And it's like, guys, why are we watching our own stories? Like, I watch my own story for no fucking reason. I do it for, it's honestly probably for, it's a good thing. Like, it's like, oh, that was a cute picture of my dog, or, oh, that was a funny meme, or whatever. Like, who gives a fuck? I think we all do it. Who gives a fuck? But it's just like all this time wasting, bouncing around. So, moving forward, I think I want to I want to write out who really adds value to my life that I already follow, and like what areas of my life do I need to seek out, like what information do I need to seek out to help the areas of my life that are kind of weak, like what am I missing with the internet? And like I told you guys, I started investing in 2020 during the crash, and I feel like a great example of this is how you can there are endless people teaching you how to like buy and sell stocks on the internet and on YouTube and all these different chat rooms you can get in. There's so many people doing it. It's like what I learned, because it's something that involved, it was like I took it seriously, because I'm like, this has to do with my money. It's kind of like gambling. Like, I don't want to fuck this up. So I literally there are 3 people that I religiously listen to, get advice from, go back to time after time after time, just for stocks, versus like influencers or thought leaders, entrepreneurs, business people, where I have endless options on Instagram or whatever, and I'm not being selective. I'm just like hearing all this random stuff from all these people. It's kind of all the same. So I think I need to take it more seriously and be selective and curate who I'm following, who I'm paying attention to, be really specific and indecisive about it, because like I want to have like on my stories, because guys, this is the thing. It's a fucking lifestyle. I go on Instagram, I watch stories. It's just like, it's like a part of my routine. I'm like, I just want to see people that add value and elevate, like that inspire me and teach me something and are good for me. And they, anyways, you guys get it. I would recommend that maybe the same for you. Maybe this is a new idea I'm planting in your head. I just, like I did with my life, I actually, the new year, or kind of in 2020, kind of towards the time when I started the podcast, I wrote down like 5, like I'm looking right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. There is a list. I have a whiteboard of 5 things that are like the pillars of my life, the things that matter to me. 5 things. Or like the things that like, okay, Jacqueline Monroe, and then 5 bullet points under her. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. And I got really decisive. I realized that my issue was I wasn't picking anything in life. I had all these interests. I wasn't picking anything. So it's crazy how I'm, why is this such a, here I am bitching about Clubhouse and how dry and boring and all these like corporate-y, stiff, fuzzy, funky, fucking boring ass comment. What am I saying? I feel like I'm doing it now. I'm just doing it too. You know what? I want to talk. I'm a hypocrite. Shit. Okay, whatever. You know what? Hey, I'm just trying something new on this episode. I don't know. I'm kind of working out my, like, this is like the life update of kind of where I'm at with my career, my job, my interests, and my, like, the lane I want to go into with podcasting and the people I want to surround myself with. I kind of covered that. And then now I'm going into content, information, and curating it so that I can have a sane digital experience instead of a chaotic one where I'm just mindlessly looking around all the time and I have no, there's no intention behind it. Because I I'm following too many people. I'm just not being mindful with my consumption, and I feel like shit. Like, not, that's so dramatic. Like, I feel good. I just did cardio, but I also feel like shit. I just feel like I'm wasting, it's, when I say I feel like shit, it's like I'm wasting hours of my life. Like, watching people I don't even know personally, and I don't really get that, like, I'm not really in, like, their content looks like everyone else's. Why am I here on their profile? Why am I on their story? I haven't really thought about that. So, yeah, anyways, dude, this is fucking sad. Is this, should I just go off the grid? Should I just fucking go off the grid, do van life? Ew, no. That's not my aesthetic. I would never do that. I do want to go on a road trip with someone, but I don't want to just like convert to a van as my home. Never. I think it's awesome if you do that. I think that's great, but just personally, I need a shower, and I need a fucking couch and a big ass TV. I do an RV. I do a fucking RV. I'm saying fuck a lot. I just feel like it's coming out, whatever. Back to the 5 bullet points under me. That whole thing. I feel like after I wrote those down, I kind of got this spurt of energy inside of me about those 5 things. Like, oh, bitch, I'm committing. Those are it. I'm not changing my mind. I need to see these 5 things through for me to feel like I'm fulfilled, and I'm actually moving forward in life, and I'm actually becoming who I'm meant to be. Because if I don't commit to these 5 things, like these 5 pillars of who I am 100% and give it my all, I'm just going to wash away in my 20s and not really ever do anything. And I'm just going to like float around and spiral, and I don't really have, I'm not grounded in anything. And so, it's been a few months since I put it on paper, and I feel like one thing I wanted to tell you guys today is that, when I was 18, new to social media, fresh out of high school, right into college, and, looking forward to my 20s and like what I would get up. I had like a vision of my 20s a little bit. I don't really know what I wanted to do, but I can actually say that, and it really hit me today. I don't know why. It just kind of feels right to say this. I feel like I'm me, bitch. No, I'm doing exactly what I like. This is me. I'm doing what I should be doing. I'm in alignment with like everything. Everything is like, oh, this is what I like. Everything feels right. How do I put this into words? Like, there's no wavering here. There's no questions. I don't feel lost, because I've spent a lot of time in my 20s feeling lost and unsure of what to do, where now I'm like, oh, it's clear as day. And I feel like I can finally say that, like, oh, I feel like I'm defined now. I'm a fucking 26-year-old with a daily podcast, works in PR as well, and I love my life. Like, it's legit. And I got a puppy. I feel like the puppy's helping me. That's changed my life. All my relationships are good. All of my health is really good right now. I've been taking good care of my health. Been drinking a shit ton of water, actually. That's been an increase. You know what? I just started putting ice in my water. Like, you guys know I have a fetish about ice in my coffee. It's like a thing I have. I just fucking love ice. Iced coffee is great, right? But it's like I drink the coffee to eat the ice, or I want the ice. I want the coffee also, but like I want the ice. I eat the ice. I'm not low iron. I just like ice. My molars are probably fucked, but I like ice. Whatever. But yeah, I've been drinking water. I've been yeah, everything's good. But do you guys ever think about that? Like, You see, here's why I'm saying it. I observe people. I don't know why. I feel like it's a middle child thing. I'm an observer, and I've seen. Uh, I've like watched people around me become who they're gonna be. Like they're like, how do I say this? Or if you look at your favorite entertainers, you look at your Post Malones of the world, your Justin Biebers, your Lil Uzi Verts, your fucking, I don't know who else, Jack Harlow's, your Lady Gaga's, your Miley Cyrus's. It's like they're defined as fuck. It's like they're a musician, they're a singer, they're a rapper, they're an entertainer. They are them. They are doing their thing. That's what they're gonna do. That is it, bitch. And it's like, I finally feel like that for myself. Like, I'm not to include myself in that group of people. Like I'm the podcast host. I know you're the rapper. I know you're the singer. But I'm the podcast host. I'm in the club. It's kind of like that though. It's kind of like that. I'm just feeling like I finally got my shit together. I got my fucking hobby, and it's like I'm like chipping away the fluff and the excess of my life, and I'm whittling it down to like the core of who I am and what I'm going to do. And I don't know, it just feels right. It's not like, oh, I need to be defined, I need labels, I need to have a thing, but I kind of think for my brain, I do. At some point, and I think this is probably a Tim Dillon thing, but why'd I say it's probably, I knew it was before I even said it. He said on a podcast, like at some point in your 20s, you got to pick something. You just got to pick something. And that hit me hard as a rock. I was like, oh, that's kind of true. And I think people that finally do that thing, they finally pick something, they're happy and they feel like, okay, I finally have something to work towards and go after, instead of, and just, there are no other options. There are no backups. This is the thing I decided on. You have to, like, my brain, I don't know what it is. I admire this in I have a sibling who's like this, who has a goal. She sets her mind to doing something and she fucking does it 100%. There's no wavering. I've always admired that quality, and I feel like something happened when I started the podcast, and I just got this fixation or this obsession in my brain about doing it every day, and I just stuck to it. And I felt like I can't fuck this up. I can't break this promise to myself. I can't be a loser and fucking say I'm going to do it every day and I show up once a week. The fuck? So, yeah, anyways, I swore so much on this episode. I hope you find that, whatever it is for you. I didn't dream to be a podcast host. I didn't dream to do this at all. I think I always wanted to be somebody. I don't really know like what that meant. I never defined it, but I always thought like, oh, well, my name's kind of cool. There should be like a billboard or some shit with it on, like some lights on it, my name. You know, it's like it's kind of Hollywood. I should move to LA. I should go become an actress and fucking That's all bullshit. No, what I'm saying is like, I just had this, I think a lot of people feel it. I don't know if it's everyone, but you're brought up with, you know, these young Disney Channel stars who are doing all this cool Hollywood shit, and you're on YouTube and you're watching all these creators do cool shit and they're well known, and you have access to all these other people's lives doing big things, and people know their names, and you're kind of like, oh, that looks fun. And then I never took it seriously, like, oh, maybe I could, I don't know. And this is such a contradiction to what I've said before about like I don't care about building my, like, I don't want to do any marketing. I don't want to promote this shit. And that's the truth. Like, I think there's something inside my brain that's like, okay, if it happens, it'll happen. I'll be grateful for whatever happens with the podcast. I want it to grow organically. I want to put the reps in. I want to learn every day and get better at this for as long as it takes to grow an audience. Like I don't want to push the gas pedal on right now. I just want to keep going. And I don't really know how I'm going to help people though. Like how I'm going to, and you might be wondering, Jacqueline, what's your why? What's your why? Let me think about my why. I mean, I've said it before, like, I know what it's like to be in a dark hole, be in depression, be sad, be alone, and you feel lost, you feel like you're just, life sucks. I know what that's like. And so I guess my why is like, I want to be a light in other people's lives and be that person in their ear who they can go and listen to and just like for comfort and for a friend and for someone who can relate to them and maybe make them laugh or say something that they are inspired by or whatever, because that's what I always turned to when I was depressed and shit. I used to go in college. It'd be like 11:30 p.m. I remember this. I'd go put on a podcast and walk all over campus. It'd be like freezing cold out. I'd have a big snow coat on, like a fluffy coat. And I just like walk out of my apartment and go walk. I'd walk like 3 or 4 miles and just zone out to a podcast. Cause I had really bad depression in college. So I guess that's my why. And then like selfishly for myself, I think my why, just like for personal benefit would be, I want to fucking know who I am. I want to know myself well. I want to be, I want to love myself better. I want to just, yeah, like define who I am and just like figure my shit out. That's what I do on this every day. And I think it's a very unique, it's unique to me, but I think it's a unique way to soul search, because I'm spending, lately I feel like I'm at least an hour doing this, and it's like a lot of time with yourself talking it out and hearing your voice, hearing your soul speak. I always say that I'm like listening to my soul speak. I'm saying my truths. I'm saying my opinions. I'm getting everything out of my brain. And I think I'm accelerating my personal growth and like finding who I am and just like exploring life and what it means to me and what I want to do and how I see the world. Like I'm accelerating this process, and I really like that I'm doing it right now, because it's I think it's an important time to document. I mean, there's a interesting combination of events happening in the world. So I think this is a really cool time. I think it's an important time for me to put my 2 cents in and put myself out there, contribute to the conversation of COVID and current affairs with politics and the power takeover of fucking everything getting shut down and all this bullshit and Black Lives Matter stuff and the fucking like all this anyways. So yeah, I don't know. And I'm trying to think how it's crazy how I don't think I would have never been comfortable doing this. I would have never been secure enough to share everything like I'm doing every day here about a year ago. And I think if COVID taught me anything, if isolation and I was living alone. I like moved to a new apartment in last March, and then everything got shut down. I lost my job, and I literally just like, I was like in a prison cell. I was like by myself all the time. I don't really have a lot of friends. I don't really have a lot of things going on socially. And so I just spent the time to find myself. And I think COVID taught me that if you're like, go out, like, COVID taught me that it's a bunch of bullshit. I just think nothing I was worried about matters. None of those insecurities I've had about myself matter. Nobody cares. Nobody's thinking about them but me. No one's putting me under a microscope and analyzing me going, oh my God, I can't believe she said this. Oh my God, I can't believe she has that opinion. Like, look, I'm not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. I don't want to be for everybody. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to please everyone, say the right things. And I feel like that was the biggest like breakthrough I had last year. I just said, fuck it. I'm going to stop playing small. I'm going to stop dumbing myself down, and I'm going to speak my mind, say it like it is, and fucking podcast, because I love podcasting. I love this. I like watching them. I love listening to them. I'm obsessed with it. There should be like a podcast union. Podcasters there should be like a fucking, how do I see it? Like by the way, there's I learned today in Clubhouse during a fucking I'm swearing so much on this episode. Sorry. And during a very boring, dry conversation. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Maybe I should just drink a bunch of coffee and like get a notebook out and feel and like use highlighters and different colored pens and take notes to like feel like really excited and inspired by these Clubhouse conversations. Maybe if I like set the scene better instead of just sitting back listening like on the couch, like what the fuck, I wouldn't be so bored. I need to be participating, I need to be active, whatever. But anyways, today I learned that there's 37 million YouTube channels and only 1.7 million podcasts, which is a super big discrepancy difference or whatever. I thought, oh, am I an early adopter? Am I new at this? Is this like, I don't know. I feel like podcasts have been around forever. In fact, they used to be, so I remember going on iTunes and a lot of them were just like, I watched this sketch comedy duo called Bratz and Bretta. And I'd go to the podcast section of iTunes, and then it was a video. Like they did sketch videos like you see on Instagram now, but it was on iTunes. And you like click it. It looked like a song, and then you click it and it turns into a video. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, and that was in like 2008-ish. Was I in 8th grade? Yeah, I don't know. So I feel like they've been around forever, but it's crazy that there's like less than 2 million compared to YouTube. And then anyways, but what am I thinking about? Because like I told you guys at the very beginning of this podcasting journey, I was like, I want to create. So you know how YouTubers are all about their like studios, and it's like this aesthetic thing with their cool backgrounds. And I guess podcasters do this too on YouTube. It's like they have a whole set and a setup, but maybe like I just want to create like maybe a solo podcast. What do I fucking call it? I don't know. I just want to make it more of a thing. Like I'm trying to figure out like what cool aesthetic or like normalize. What am I saying? I just want to fuck. You know how people, like, what's normal that I can compare this to? You know how people tie their shoelaces and put on their shoes every morning. It's like, yeah, I just want like talking to yourself on a microphone to be just like that. Just like brushing your teeth, you know? Oh, there's nothing weird about this. This is just a normal thing everyone does. I don't know. I think it would cure people's mental health if it became like a normal practice. But then it's like, you don't necessarily need to share it with everyone and turn it into a show. But if I could, I've never really said this or thought about it, but if maybe, am I starting a movement called Talk to Yourself and Help? Like, but here's the thing, Jacqueline, most people have friends. Most people have family and people to talk to. And so that's how they get help. But if you don't have that, I feel like there's a lot of people who don't have that option and they're depressed and they're down. Maybe I'm the influencer who's like, talk to yourself. Maybe that's what I can do. Maybe that's a movement. Maybe that's a social justice movement I start. And like, don't think it's weird. Don't think you're crazy. Don't think, because I think it's 10 times more therapeutic and beneficial to your mental health to say it out loud and to get used to doing that all the time. Like, I literally do it every day. This is like nothing to me at this point. So at first it's weird, right? You might be at home in your apartment and you might be talking to yourself and you might feel like, oh, this is weird. I've never heard myself. Like, when you first talk to yourself, you're sitting going, this feels crazy. I feel this isn't normal. But after you do it for a while, you really start to feel good. You really start to feel like, wow, I love myself. I'm close to myself. I'm like saying what's in my head all jumbled and making me anxious and depressed. I'm saying all that stuff out loud and I'm getting it out of my head. I think that's what the issue is in society right now. A lot of people sit, because I used to do it. You sit and you spiral in your head all day. You think. So coach yourself, get it out, and then state the facts. Like, that's what I used to do. I would go, before I did the podcast, I told you guys I had a few, like random times, sessions, what am I saying? A few moments in my life where I would like talk in the shower to myself, talk in the car to myself. And what I do is I state the hard facts. Like, this is what happened. This is what I'm currently facing. This is what I'm struggling with. Say the facts. Like, that is what is going on. And then I would go, okay, here's what I'm going to do to alleviate that, fix that, work on that, whatever it is. And like, explain how I'm going to cope with it. How I'm going to like make it my bitch, whatever it is. Like, instead of just letting it like swarm me and take me over, I would face it and I'd talk it out like that. And it would set me up for maybe the next day. I'd wake up and I go, okay, I thought this through. I worked it out in my head and then I talked it out and I feel good. I feel like, okay, it's out there. It's in the universe now, because there's a quote. I think it's Gandhi. Here we go. Or Rumi. Oh, come on. Sorry. Your thoughts. Fuck. Sorry. I'm really tripping right now. You guys probably heard every Google image. Wait, I don't want to buy a poster. Yeah, Gandhi. Here we go. Your beliefs become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your values. Your values become your destiny. And that was Gandhi. Now listen. This is where I think people get stuck. So the part here, the third line, is your words become your actions. Or no, excuse me. Line number 2, your thoughts become your words. So I'm taking that kind of literally here. Doing a podcast every day, I'm like getting my thoughts out, turning them into my words, because your thoughts, like you live with yourself, you're by yourself all the time. in your own head. No one else is there with you. It doesn't matter if you're around a ton of people. It's at the end of the day, it's you and only you. It's all you've got. So I'm going to like relate this quote to you. Like, your thoughts in your head about yourself, your thoughts about your life, your current situation with your relationships, your job, all that stuff. If you're not, well, according to this quote, like, those become your words. I feel like you personally could benefit from turning all those thoughts into words and saying it out loud. This fucking sounds crazy. I sound like a preacher. I remember like this one person I followed, an influencer, was like, talk to yourself in the mirror. Look in your eyes and talk to yourself in the mirror. I'm like, absolutely not. But maybe start a podcast and then you'll feel more sane about it. But I'm saying it might be helpful. I feel like if you're not making them your words, if you're not getting it out, whether it's with a therapist or a family member or a friend, you can't take action towards, like, the next line is your words become your actions. If those words aren't coming out and you're going from thoughts to actions, that's how my brain is seeing this. If your thoughts are going to actions without words being said, I feel like that's the issue with your filtration system. You have to, I feel like you fucking have to say it. I feel like that helps that's the best process. And again, I'm talking from experience where I'm saying I talk to myself. That's what works for me. But I think if you've got thoughts in your head, dark thoughts, negative thoughts that are making you depressed and anxious, whatever, and you're not talking it out, I guess this is the obvious fucking advice now. Everyone's got mental health issues. Talk to a friend, call a friend, check on your friends, go to therapy. Everyone's talking about therapy. Like, talk to someone. Same shit, but it's so true. And it's so, like, that's honestly probably why I'm so hooked on this, is because I'm in full fucking control here, okay? I don't have to listen to someone else. Because here's the thing. Put yourself in a situation where you've told someone your problems and they sit there and try to fix you. They don't really listen. They're trying to give you advice. And you're sitting there going, I just want someone to listen to me. I just want someone to be just fucking there for me, to listen and be a sponge. I just want their presence, because I need to talk this out, and I don't want to be shoulded. I don't want to be told, like, you should do this, you should do that. And so that's why I find so many benefits from being alone doing it, because it's the same thing. I don't think I could carry, like, no one wants to fucking sit down with me for 2 hours alone, or fucking, excuse me, alone. It's like, to put someone through what I'm doing now, and that's wild. Like, if you're out there and you're genuinely interested in being silent for an hour and a half, 2 hours, like I'm doing podcasting here, just to listen to me as a sponge and just someone I could release all of my thoughts on, like, holy fuck, slide in my DM, submit a resume, let's do it. Hit me up. I'm talking a potential partner in life. Like, I'd like to know who you are. Hit me up. Because, like, anyways, what I'm saying is, when you do it this way, when you sit and talk to yourself, I'm on a tangent literally about talking to yourself for fucking 30 minutes here, but there's no feedback. There's no one bouncing off ideas or anything. And sometimes that's nice, because it's more like it's like you're taking out the trash. You're taking out the trash in your brain versus going to someone for advice. Like, if you, like, I don't know. Surround yourself with people who will, what's the fucking quote? I'm not doing that right now, guys. I'm really not. I'm kind of embarrassed by that. Or not embarrassed. It's not something to be embarrassed about. I'm just not taking action on that. Like, getting myself around a bunch of quality people that are miles above me. Like, I always want to punch up 10 levels when I make friends with people and shit. Like, I just want people to be better than me. Or, like, I don't know. It's just how I've always wanted that, and I've never really, well, I've had it in the past. Can't say I've never had it. But yeah, I think that would help me out a lot. Because I feel like I'm at that launch pad place in life where I've done so much of the mental work. I've gone to the mental gym now every fucking day for 170 days. So I'm putting in the mental work. I'm being consistent at it. I'm not breaking this chain. I feel like I'm like who I am, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, like I said before. And now it's like, okay, when I interact with people, when I go out into the world, when I make those quality friends and relationships with people, I feel like it's going to be so good. I'm going to be such a better person to be around because of what I'm doing and because of all this work I've put in. And so that's cool. But I think, yeah, moving forward, I'm excited to, I'm excited to connect. I'm excited to connect. Let's connect. Connect. Christ. Okay, so am I out of water? You guys get it. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. That was Gandhi. Quote of the day. All right, you guys, we did it all today. This was kind of a serious episode, or kind of a it was because I was clear-minded for my cardio session, my fucking puppy run I did outside, all the hill sprints we did. I feel like it set my mind, it cleared my mind for this kind of thinking or whatever. I feel like my brain was like primed, or it did like a workout before. It literally did. So this got kind of deep. It got kind of weird, but I don't know. It's my diary, guys. This is like, it's what it is. Know yourself. Lil Wayne, right? Know yourself. Drake, know yourself. Drake, know yourself. Dude, is Drake and Kim, is that a thing? Let me just Google Drake and Kim. Drake and Kim. I was listening to the Flagrant podcast, Andrew Schultz's podcast, and they were talking about how Kanye like erased, like Kim marrying Kanye like helped really like erase her past with like the whole sex tape thing, and her like that like mess, or not, what was it? What'd they say? Just like that whole era of Kim got erased and she got with Kanye. It like helped like level her up and whatever. They kind of were going into it, and then now they were saying now Drake is like an even more, it's like if Drake and Kim are together and that's a thing and she goes that way, then it's even more of an upgrade, because Drake is obviously like one of the greatest of all time. Like I feel like people consider Kanye like that, but at least they were saying like, oh well, Drake is sane. Drake is like actually respected and he's sane. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, what happened with Drake and Kanye? No, what did Kim? This is all like old. This is literally all 2018. There's nothing recent about this. There's really nothing. It's just all about the divorce. All right, I don't know why, guys. I'm off topic. I'm continuing. Was that an earthquake? Dude, I don't know. I just want there to be a natural disaster so bad. I need to hunker down. I need to get my fight or flight chemicals have not been released in a while. I was thinking I should go to cryotherapy. That would help. I need to be in fight or flight more often. It helps build your immune system. Your norepinephrine and your epinephrine chemicals release during fight or flight, and that's great for fighting inflammation. I used to work at a cryotherapy clinic, by the way, and yeah, I had to do the whole spiel. But yeah, I was thinking I could do cryotherapy again. I just need a cold plunge or something. I don't know. Ben Greenfield, what should I do? What's the latest trend? Is everyone still eating liver and like, I don't know. deep breathing. I'm deep breathing a lot. You know, that's the thing about yoga. Like, it's so good if you've got anxiety and depression stuff. Like, it's so good for it's so good for that because of the deep breathing. I mean, obviously any exercise is good, but all right, guys, I'm just trailing off. My back kind of hurts because I sat funny this episode. Love you guys a lot. I hope you're doing well. I hope your family's healthy and I hope they're all good. Pray for Tiger. Pray for Tiger Woods. May his soul. What am I fucking doing, guys? This is a train wreck. I'm like, I hope your family's all right. Also, please pray for Tiger Woods. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode. I will be here tomorrow, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and go over to the Apple Podcast app, write me a review if you want. That helps people find out about the show. I think I've got like 18 reviews when I last checked. It's not bad. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. I don't know. What's great? Who cares? Like, I'm not really, like, I think after once year 2 starts, you guys are going to watch me be like a fucking psychopath about plugging my podcast, trying hard, marketing, going on other podcasts and doing interviews, getting guests on my show. It's going to be a whole thing. But like year 1, I'm like, you know, if you want, leave a review. I still got the training wheels on. Training wheels come off year 2. Year 1, it's all it's like trial and error. So yeah, and then head over to patreon.com/TJMS to support the show, get access to my exclusive content. You'll get a shout out on Friday this week if you subscribe today. Subscribe now. Patreon.com/TJMS. My top tier patrons get phone numbers and phone calls, and then they get exclusive videos and pics. All right. It's like an OnlyFans, but maybe it is, maybe it's not. You don't know what kind of content it is until you subscribe. Check it out. Patreon.com/TJMS. All right, guys. Have a great Wednesday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.